This is a Beanbag Chair Media production.
Hi guys, and welcome to Anime Noise.
I'm Garrett. I'm a performing musician by trade, graduated with a bachelor's degree in music production, and have been binging anime for almost 2 decades.
And I'm Emily. I'm a classically trained violinist and have been indulging in the animes since I was a wee little human.
And this is an anime review podcast, where we help the new viewer decide where they want to start while taking the superfan on a deep dive into the overlooked realm of music and sound effects. Hello, anime family, and welcome back to another episode of
Anime Noise.
That's right.
Yeah, here we are.
That is right. We are here to bring you part 2, season 2 of One Punch Man. Whatcha? I hope you guys are pumped up about this, because apparently there was news, or was it just an opinion, about season 3.
It was an opinion. They said it was news, but that was an opinion. It was like, yeah, season 3, when it's supposed to come out, any details. They had no details.
There
are no details, just that it hasn't been canceled.
Complete
That's it.
speculation.
Yeah. So that was it was a high and a low.
Very anticlimactic, that's for sure. Well, anyway, I guess let's just jump right into it. One Punch Man season 2 aired April of 2019 to July of 2019. It has 12 episodes, and they had a couple changes with this one. Most people said it was actually worse than season 1.
But then I've also heard people say that it was their favorite season.
Yeah, I mean, I like season 2 a lot.
What was it about season 2 that you liked?
I think the progression of the story, maybe.
Was it maybe because there was like one villain, essentially?
Well, no, not that. I liked season 1, and all the fights actually were better in season 1. It's a battle shonen that's pretty important.
Like
so,
I know our chef at Ramen Tatsuya said that season 2 was his favorite because there was just one villain, so it felt like a kind of more like an arc.
Or at least they like rounded up all the villains and put them all
in the same
one association.
Yeah,
but. No, that's not the reason I liked it. I liked it just because you got more of a backstory for all these characters. You're starting to learn about them a lot more. And Saitama's progressing. You know, he's getting his ideals and message across to people.
Yeah.
Better, I guess.
That's true.
But the fights in season 1 were way better. The animation was better. All of it was better. The directing was better. And they had a couple of changes, and the reason why people said it was worse was because Chikara Sakurai replaced Shingo Natsume as the director, and Shingo Natsume is quoted saying, "I wish they, or JC staff, had done a better job." Now, the way this happened, at least this is what I found out anyway, is that Shingo Natsume was a freelance director and animator, and they hired him to do One Punch Man season 1. And when it got as much success as it did, Madhouse, I believe it was Madhouse, decided to keep it in-house and use one of their subsidiary animation studios, which was JC Staff. And I guess there were too many cooks in the kitchen, because if you look at who directed and who ran the directing for season 1, Shingo Natsume did episode 1 and episode 12, but oversaw all of the animation and the directing. But they had different directors, one for each episode. And in season 2, they had 2 directors, sometimes 3 directors on an episode. And actually, the one with 3 directors on one episode was the lowest rated on IMDb out of all of the One Punch Man episodes.
Interesting.
So it sounds like too many cooks in the kitchen. They also had a little change in the sound directing. Yoshikazu Iwanami replaced Shoji Hata as the sound director.
Which is so weird because Shoji Hata has like worked on everything. So I would have felt like he would have stayed through the whole thing.
He probably got an offer to do something better.
Probably.
Bigger and better.
Yeah.
Better contract.
Well,
I feel like season 1 was just, they weren't sure how it was going to do.
I guess so. I feel like it had a pretty good reception, though.
I loved it. I mean, I think it had a huge reception, which is why they got signed to do a season 2.
Yeah. Well, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had a really good reception. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that
for the credentials.
Those are the credentials. Garrett helped me with research this week.
I did.
Because I was busy as fuck.
Yeah, she was working her ass off. But now it's time to get into the music.
Let's get into it.
The opening sequence, the opening song. Take it away, Emily.
Oh, why'd you do that?
Yeah, you didn't think I was going to do it to you.
I didn't. Seijaku no Apostle, or Uncrowned Greatest Hero, or Silent Apostle.
There was a lot of translations.
By Jam Project again. This is the 70th single by Jam Project, and it was released April 24th of 2019. The single had 4 songs total, 2 different songs, one which was this one, and then 2 instrumental versions of those songs. Jam Project also released a behind-the-scenes making of DVD for this single, which I'd like to see. The single reached number 50 on Oricon's weekly charts and charted for 5 weeks. Why did you put on Oricon's weekly charts? It is just the Oricon.
It's not.
It is.
Nope.
It is.
It's not. I looked it up.
It doesn't matter. We call it the Oricon. This is our show, and we get to call it whatever the fuck we want. It is not Oricon's weekly charts.
It is.
By the end of the OP sequence, each episode has a unique card showing a specific character.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
And it actually, on the wiki for the wiki fandom for this, it had a list of each character that was in the opening sequence.
Yeah, they do lists on wiki is awesome. I love using this as a resource because it gives you all of the characters, like even My Hero Academia, and it's like this long ass list of all of the characters that they list in the opening, and they give you a ton of information. So,
well, now we have an option to choose from because the opening sequence that I found on YouTube, the actual opening sequence, the animation and everything, is pretty shitty audio quality.
Yeah.
But I did find good audio quality, and they're both in the playlist. I think we're going to play you the shitty one right now, though, because we want to see how it fits the animation of the opening sequence.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, now some of you may not notice this. I'm just a nerd and nitpicky.
Yeah.
I'm an audiophile.
We know.
So we're going to play you the crappier quality, but there is better quality if you want to compare them. So here we go. Uncrowned Greatest Hero.
And then you can go tell Garrett and be like, I heard the difference.
I heard the difference. Now, I like this song a lot, but it's not as good as the first one.
That's what I was just thinking.
I like how they have Chiranko and a question mark. It's just Saitama in a wig.
The song is kind of formatted the same as the first OP from season 1. Like the way they change the key.
Yeah. In a Toonami version of it, they actually just skip the beginning part and go right to when he sings Hero.
Yeah.
Hero.
like how they end it. They end it with his unanimated face.
Yeah, that's like my favorite part. Yeah, it's an okay song. I dig it, but I don't like it nearly as much as the first one.
No, not
The
at all.
first opening sequence is a fucking banger, and that's kind of hard to follow. This one's not bad. I like how they switch it up. It's got kind of the same formatting, you're right, as the first one. And it still hits pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Garrett, do you think it fits?
I think the music fits. Let's get into the lyrics, huh?
Okay. I can do that. I can pull some freaking lyrics for you.
I don't think we said this in the first episode, but the guy from Jam Project, do you remember his name?
The lead singer?
Is it the lead singer?
Yeah, he's
That
like
worked
the
on
one.
Dragon
He's
Ball
like
Z?
the one responsible for like bringing it together. So Hiranbu Kageyama.
Yeah, I don't think we said that in the first episode. He
did not.
did Head Shala for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, he did. He is
Fucking OG.
well known for that song.
Fucking OG in the anime music world.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, what are the lyrics?
All right. Through the once tranquil town, a thunderous roar peals forth. Watch out! Freak out! Monsters!
I like it already.
Who is going to take the lead when we destroy the evil ones? Destruction, confusion. Loosen up. We know we are heroes.
Nice. Way to sing it in there.
Yeah, I have to, especially when they capitalize it and put an exclamation point in the lyrics. I have to. The chorus is, why were you born of evil? The answer, if you wish to know, is special. I shall tell this night. The punching fist of glorious justice will shatter your fate apart.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fuck yeah, it will.
These lyrics are quite intense.
I love it.
I like it too. It does bring up the apostle part.
Okay.
The word exists for you, hero. The word exists for you and you alone. Go, go, raise your silent fist to the sky. Hero, the apostle bears the weight of solitude. Go, go, for a peace not filled with hatred. He must fight.
He must fight.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's it.
Saitama is like, he's like the All Might of that world.
That's very
He's the
true.
symbol of peace that nobody knows about.
That literally nobody knows about. He got like, what was his name? King. Yeah, he got beaten up by Saitama at least twice without like.
Wait, oh no,
even
that's
knowing-
Garou.
Garou, yeah. I was like, no, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
But
you're
maybe
talking
I'm
about the
just-
villains.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about the villains. He got beat up by Saitama twice before he even realized that he existed.
Yeah, he went after King, and then Saitama was like, oh, you know the guy was attacking you, right?
Yeah. That
so
blows
funny.
it blows my mind. It's so funny.
I love it. I love this fucking show. All right, we're gonna do something a little different.
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
You never said if it actually fit because
Oh,
you were
yeah.
like, let's listen to lyrics.
Because I said the music fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it fucking fits.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
I think
think
the
it-
lyrics are really, really good.
I think the lyrics are awesome.
Definitely fits.
That's like an anthem I'd like to
Oh,
have,
hell yeah.
have sing. If I ever walk out onto a stage somewhere, I want somebody to read those lyrics.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. glad we're all in agreement here.
Yes. Okay.
Now you can talk about what we're doing differently.
We are doing things a little differently this time around. We are going to bring all the music to you just like it was brought to us. We're going to do the opener, we're going to do the OST, and then we're going to do the ender. Mostly because the OST actually it starts with the opener and it ends with the ender. And I was like, let's do the podcast the same way. It's how the anime works too. They start with the opener, bring you the OST, and then close out with the ender. We're going to do it right.
You're so excited about this.
I'm fucking pumped. I'm always excited.
Good God.
Hell yeah. All right. OST. One Take Man 2. Don't get that confused.
Dose.
He didn't do 2 takes. It's the second time he did 1 take. It was released July 24th of 2019. It was composed by Makoto Miyazaki and published by the Lantis label and distributed by Bandai, same as the other one. It has 40 tracks coming in at just over 75 minutes, but we're not going to bring you all 75 of those minutes, of course.
Of course not.
We are just going to talk about our fucking favorites. So, Emily, overall notes for the score. What you got?
I didn't really have a whole lot. I just said this OST is way better than the first. But
Agreed.
that was kind of at the beginning or like halfway through. And then I felt like it got kind of stale. But I did say that there's a lot more to be had and offered with this OST. And then I said that they got real versatile in this. I can't say they transition well, but it's also not horrible. Like when we'd go from like the really hard rock songs to like the piano, it wasn't like harsh and like, oh, this is like unexpected. It was just kind of like these could have been formulated
Arranged
a little bit
better,
different. But they, something that me and Garrett noticed last night was that the OST had a ton of different genres in it.
A ton.
And
a combination of genres that you didn't think could go together.
There's a lot of times that I'm like, something meets something. And I'm like, what?
It's weird.
Like the ska meets metal is very
metal
strange. Yeah, that's very strange.
Or the heavy metal fucking big band jazz.
Yeah, I was
Fubuki.
I was kind of confused, but I wasn't hating it.
No, it was definitely interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting to listen to. Is that all your overall
That's all
notes?
I had.
Okay.
Yeah.
This OST fucking rocks your balls off. Seriously. It is the beginning especially, I had written down that I liked it better than the first OST, and then we got about halfway through. I'm like, it did get a little dry for a minute. Or they just kind of ran out of, I don't know, maybe uniqueness to some of their songs. It's not like the songs are bad, and I don't want to be overly critical because they're actually still really good songs. I just ran out of like, holy shit, that was fucking awesome. You know?
You run out of fuel on the surprise
They hit you
factor.
so hard in the beginning.
They do. They hit you very hard. And I think that's where a majority of my stars are is like, actually, I pretty even here. I one like literally right in the middle and 2 on each end.
Yeah. I have most of my stars in the beginning, but I do have a couple of like half stars here and there. They did a great job layering the percussive elements. There are so many layers of different types of percussion, and sometimes they use, strings or like piano mechanics or a distorted, or what sounds like a distorted ticking clock. Different elements that they just kind of manipulated that are all very percussive and make it pretty complex as far as percussion goes, especially the way they panned it and everything. It was pretty cool. I already said that it's better than OST 1. They somehow sprinkled in 80s synth pop with metal, and they also somehow, to me, got a little more orchestral than the previous OST. I thought they used the orchestra a bit more and less sparingly, I guess. It wasn't just metal.
Right.
They have so many ways to change that main motif from the first OST, actually. It's Saitama's theme, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they change it up so many times. There's so many different versions in this OST that are just unique to each other.
And I really, and they like you can kind of tell that it's a motif, but when like you don't really know until like halfway or at the end of the song that it's like, oh, this is a motif. Like they played it off very well. And there were some motifs that I liked better than others. I honestly thought that I would like some of them more, but then I heard another one. I was like, oh no, this is my favorite.
Yeah, they combine a bunch of different timbres and genres here, with all the motifs. I did think that some of the transitions were a little weird. They had some pretty weird transitions.
They did,
especially towards the end.
Yeah, felt like they were like, let's put the best songs at the beginning. And then we're just going to kind of throw them in at the end.
It seemed a bit random sometimes. But what did you have starred?
I had 3 and
Me too.
7.
Me too.
And 16.
Okay.
And 21.
I had 16 kind of starred.
I think 16 was the one where that was my like favorite motif.
Okay. And then you had 21?
And then I had 34. Yeah. And 38.
I didn't have 21. What did I have? I don't think I starred much at the end.
Yeah, I had
not actually starred.
21, 34, and 38 were the last.
Yeah, I didn't have 34
half.
or 38. I did have 37 as kind of like a talking point star.
Which one?
37,
okay.
Emotion.
Okay.
And mostly because I didn't really like the mix. I don't know which audio engineer worked on this one, but they didn't mix it very well to me. Everything kind of smacked you in the face.
Yeah, I was I was like, what interesting instrumentation to harmonize together, and the acoustic guitar confuses me.
Yeah, it's part of that was because like the woodwinds were way too loud.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, I'm interested in why they chose these instruments to kind of duet together, because the instrument you thought would have been forefront was not.
Yeah, it was definitely too loud. But that's the only kind of song I didn't like. I guess let's start with number 3.
Okay.
Because, guys, I swear to God, this OST, I would love to go see this live. It is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning.
And they do a bunch of like, it's One Punch Man. We already know from One Take Man 1 that it's pretty heavy, like rock, metal-ish, like really heavy hitting. So, but they also get really cinematic. They get really sentimental. They get jazzy and swingy.
They go all over the place.
They go all over the place. And
80s
so,
synth pop.
and also like a lot of like horror movie types like sounds.
They had a bunch of horror movie sound design in there.
Yeah.
That was very cool too.
The creaky doors,
The scrapes of strings.
Yeah.
Or springs, rather. I'm going to hit this video here. Hopefully it doesn't play too much.
Oh, it's gonna.
Got it.
Nice.
Fucking got it. Okay. First one we're going to play is I'm a Monster. It's track number 3. And I think it's got to be for Garou. When he's like, I'm a monster.
Yeah, when he's like second guessing himself.
He's not even second guessing himself.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess he's not second guessing himself.
He's just telling everybody.
Like telling everybody that he's a monster.
He introduces himself. He goes to the hero meeting and is like, I'm a fucking monster. I'm going to murder you all. And does just that. So let's play that one. Here it comes. I am a monster. Uh-huh.
My notes were very like choppy. I had to skip ideas and move on to the next idea.
Oh, yeah.
I said, ooh, suspenseful, especially when you get to the main theme. The chord progressions are very horror movie sounding in the beginning, and they rocked out in this song. Kick-ass drums, slows down. That's it, slows down.
I love the modal mixture that they use.
Yeah.
The glitchy synths were cool. I love the delay on the percussion. And it drops really hard into an interesting chord progression. I love how they come out of it with a fucking hit, you know?
Yeah.
I wrote fucking A, woo! And then, ooh, nice piano. Didn't expect it. That piano was super unexpected.
Yeah.
And it just shows you how there's a lot more to being a monster to Garou or for Garou. You know, it comes from a different place.
Yeah.
From a place of trauma.
Yeah.
And empathy, actually. The song is sick as fuck.
It is. I'm glad we both started this one. Although I would have been really surprised had one of us not started.
Right?
But those drums, some kick-ass fucking drums. Yeah.
Fucking good. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Yes, it was. What should we play next? Should we play number 7? Just go right to it? I feel like we're going to play mostly the songs from the beginning. And then we'll have you guys listen to the the other ones. I
Yeah.
did like number 9 too. That one got like a little bit of a star from me. The string quartet.
Yeah, the only note I had for that was ruined.
Ruined. With the chimes.
Yes.
Yeah, the chimes were unnecessary.
I didn't have anything written. I was just listening to it, like really like comprehending it, and then they played the chimes, and I'm like,
Well, they
nope,
save it for the
ruined it.
last second.
Yeah, they only played the chimes in the last like.
Literally the last 2
Last
seconds.
bar.
The last fucking note. They just chime it out, and I fucking.
It was dumb.
It was not necessary.
So that's all I got from me was ruined. But I liked number 7, Accept Battles, because that's when it first like really incorporates the orchestra into it.
Yeah.
And so I was like incorporating that orchestra into a rock show. It almost is reminiscent of Linked Horizon.
Yeah.
And in all capital letters. And I said, and I love this. The brass just cuts like a motherfucking knife. And they made every single instrument stand out. Every single instrument had a purpose and it served it well.
Yeah, I put, whoa, strings were a bit unexpected. The motif from OST 1. Those guitars, ugh. No words needed. Synth is a bit cheesy, but I kind of like it. You ready to listen to it?
Yeah.
Me fucking too. Accept Battles. Here it is. Woo!
You really don't expect an orchestra to come up in this bitch either. We're just going to start a mosh pit, and then we're going to get classy as fuck. And there it is.
It sounds like straight up attack.
Yeah.
I honestly really like how the orchestra was composed to fit. The orchestra was composed like it was a fucking rock song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Fucking
I'm here
killer.
for it.
So I think that it sucks that we're playing all of our favorites because I know one of those would be a great intro song.
Well, like I said, I highlighted along the way. Like number 8, that could have been an intro song.
Rapid Speed.
Yeah, it sounds like someone marching in the fucking string section. What the fuck, guys? That's what I put for my notes for track 8. But I also wrote intro song next to it. So
Yeah, I put cool 80s synth. Interesting choice. What is that synth timbre?
so questioning.
It's like nice ending, no resolve. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I know we probably have told you this a million times. We save the intro song for post production, so we don't even know what we're gonna play yet, even though you just heard the song technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we already talked about number 8 and 9. Let's move on. 10 and 11 were pretty. I mean, I like the chord progression of 10. It had some cool sound design in there too. Lots of delay and reverb that created some ambient space, but it was destroyed in a good way by the drop.
Oh, I did not have any notes for Imminent.
Oh no.
No.
And then you have Genos Fights, which sounded exactly like I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I literally just said following the same pattern with electronic music for Genos.
Yeah, a play on his original theme, super EDM with an awesome sounding electric guitar tone. So much energy in this. The key change to keep you from getting bored, honestly. It's like it comes at you so hard in the beginning that you like, man, I need something to keep me interested. And they changed the key, which is an easy way to do it. Then you have number 12, which it got a half star from me. I Want to Be Stronger. Very cool chord choices from the guitar. Actually, I really like the chord choices from the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel the longing. And I was like, is that an alto flute? So much want and pain in this piece. Cool percussion choices as well, almost deserty sounding.
We are talking about I Want to Be Stronger, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I said I love the drums on the offbeat. It adds a lot of texture to the guitar riff playing over the top.
Yeah. We could play that one too.
Did you have that one starred?
Only half starred.
Oh. Well, let's keep moving on. If you only had a half star. Did
Then
we
we
have
have-
any other ones that we shared stars?
I think so, yeah. That one I just had a half star because it was like kind of different sounding. I started a lot of the things that were not typical sounding for this OST. The other one I had starred was number... Well, did I not have any more real stars? Maybe not. The closest one I had that almost got a full one. It's like more than half, but not a full one. It was number 16.
Yeah, I starred that one all the way.
Okay, we can play that one next.
Okay.
I did like Metal Bats, though, and I liked The Usual Life. That was kind of cheesy. And actually, The Usual Life was one of the cheesy songs for Saitama.
Yeah.
And I thought the percussion was very, like, super cheesy, but definitely fitting. You know, this song actually, it goes pretty fucking hard. It's got quite the groove. I love the chromatic progression mid-piece, and yeah, it's pretty groovy, kind of raunchy with the intervals.
Yeah, I didn't really like it at first, but then it kept playing and I was like, this is pretty interesting. I really didn't think I'd enjoy it because my first note was cheesy.
Yeah, it's cheesy as fuck. But I mean, it is a comedy.
Yeah.
The satire.
Mhm.
So it needed to be there. Metal Bats was pretty cool too. I actually enjoyed Metal Bats' theme. Then you have The Wall, number 15. Pretty predictable chord progression, but not in a bad way.
I said the drums must be the wall and the piano was trying to get over it.
Yeah. It almost sounds like the other side of the coin for one of the main motifs from OST1. Had a pretty interesting build. Didn't expect it to be so orchestral compared to how it started.
Yeah.
And then that motif from OST1 in 15, the other side of the coin, is played in 16.
Yes.
And that's called I'm a Hero. It's a very dark and brooding version of the main theme, the 80s synth pop timbres, and then into the brass. That was cool as fuck. Love the bells too. And the flute? Where the hell are they taking us?
I said epic motif. It even gets sentimental with that piano, but comes up on hope with that comes up on hope with the brass section.
There you go.
I always love the interchanging instruments on the solos.
Me too. I always love those interchanging instruments as well. Let's...
Oh, do you?
Indubitably. I'm a hero, bitch.
Good God.
That's not the title.
No, it's not.
It'd be funny if that was the title, though.
I'm a hero, bitch.
Except it's, I'm a hero, bitch.
Yeah.
Gotta say it dramatic. So see, guys, this OST isn't just metal.
super sentimental.
But they still have the epic percussion.
Yeah. Coming up on Hope with that brass. It almost sounds like I'm saying coming up on Hope with that ass.
Coming up on Hope with that ass. It's brass to get that ass.
Brass ass. Yeah, I don't know.
Super interesting choice there.
And I think this might be the only song that does like brass and woodwinds at the same time.
I think you're probably right. Hopefully I didn't stop that too soon.
I don't think you did.
No.
Because then it goes into fun.
That's right. That was a very, very random choice and transition there.
Yeah.
I thought that was super weird.
Mm-hmm.
You have fun. Then you have fun, slow version. Super cheesy songs.
That was a slow version.
Oh man, the first one, the fast version of Fun, sounded to me like it was a nice cheesy song to add to the humor. It was written well with that clav. Very, very cheesy funk congas. Man, it's like 70s porn funk got weirdly more jazzy and way less sexual.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I heard. And then you got we're going to skip the fun, slow. That was like.
That was dumb. That was just dumb. I had no notes for either of them. Like I had nothing to say about it. Then
you go into slide E, which is another version of the main motif.
But I was pleasantly surprised by how this ended. I was like, oh, it was so slippery. I said I wasn't liking it to begin with, but it got me. And then it incorporated the theme into it. What? The ending was great. I was so surprised. It didn't sound like it was going to be anything worth noting.
It reminds me of, I just picture the guy, I don't know if you've ever seen, if you guys have ever seen, I might have to add this to the YouTube playlist too. There's this very long, white bearded guy that breaks down how to play the blues on his guitar. And he has a slide. And he just cusses at you. He's like, that's the fucking blues right there. All he was doing was this. This is like when Stevie Ray Vaughan was shredding the fuck down deep in his heart. This is what he heard. And like he would just go off and gives you this whole blues lesson. This fucking passionate old guy with a huge, huge white beard. I have to add that video now.
Okay.
I have to add it.
Go on.
It's too funny.
Go on with your bad self.
I will add that to the playlist. Go watch that shit too. It's really funny. It reminded me of that. This slide E was very slidey. They use a slide. And it was pretty good. Actually, it caught me off guard. I was like, oh, that's what they meant by slide.
Yeah.
It was so simple. And then it was wait. They added another guitar in there, which changed it up quite a bit.
It changed the vibe drastically.
Yes. And then they followed that with longing. Weird way to follow that.
It was a very strange because they showcased longing very well. You know, they held out the notes. They really held it out to show that emotion of longing for something.
Yeah.
It's like you're ready for that next note. I'm longing for that next note to play. And that's how they followed up with Slide E, which was like this very bluegrassy type of vibe at the beginning. And then it ended up in this kind of rock vibe. And then we go into longing, and it's these long held out notes, but very strange transition.
Yep. And I actually really want to talk about Fake Star, which I think is King's theme. I know we skipped one. We skipped No Escape.
Okay.
You started that one, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, okay. Talk about it. Go ahead.
I really don't have that many notes for it. I liked the song. I said it was haunting. There's so many whooshings with the pad, and there's a ton of reverb on the piano, which I really liked.
And there's a lot of dissonant phrasing from the keys.
Yeah.
It was very cool. I don't know if that was the performer that did that or they composed it like that. But I wrote, how do you compose like this?
Tell me why. Give me a masterclass.
For real. Number 22, Fake Star, I'm pretty sure is King's theme. It has a very heavy delay on very heavy guitars, which is an interesting choice. It's kind of stadium anthem-y. Then they bring in some synths. I like where this is going. Wait, what? I didn't think it was going to have... It was going here. The guitar lead harmonies are super cheesy, but they fit still. I put Calm Down, Avenged Sevenfold. So many fucking lead guitar harmonies. And that's what that reminds me of. You want to play an Avenged Sevenfold song? Want to sound like them? Harmonize your fucking leads.
I just put that it was groovy.
It is pretty groovy. Should we got to play one more. I don't know if we should play Fubuki's theme, because that was fucking weird.
We could totally play Fubuki's theme, because that was...
Martial Arts was pretty good, too.
Yeah. I also liked 34, but I also put that could be an intro song.
There's a lot of options here.
There's a lot of options, and I just don't know where to go.
Despair was okay. It was pretty despairing.
I was just sad. I said, oof, how sad. Solo piano is so sad.
I do like how they brought back, I'm skipping all the way to 39 here, but I do like how they brought back the main theme. They made it different. It was the main theme from OST 1, and they brought it back. Like, it almost sounds exactly like it with new syncopation that kicks fucking ass.
Yeah.
They made it different enough.
Wait. I'm trying to take notes from what we talked about with Joe. Can you explain what syncopation is?
Okay, yeah. Syncopation is, I'm trying to make this really simple. It's where you put, it's basically rhythm. And instead of going like 1, 2, 3, 4, you add stuff on the offbeats. You know, you got the whole... Still within 4, but you add a different groove to it. It's syncopation. You take it... I should probably look up the actual definition of syncopation.
It's okay.
I've just have it ingrained in me to know what it means, and I can't explain it that well, which makes me a bad teacher.
All right, let's do this.
Hopefully my clapping did it for you.
It's a musical term meaning a variety of rhythms played together to make a piece of music, making part or all of a tune or piece of music off beat. So it's basically the temporary displacement of the regular metrical accent in music caused typically by stressing the weak beat.
There you go.
So that is a definition.
I explained it right. Yay.
Yay.
Go me.
Yay.
That was a much better definition, though.
Well, I mean, that's what you get from Merriam-Webster.
Thanks, Miriam.
Thanks, Miriam. Okay, I think I've thought about it. I've been thinking, and I definitely think we should play Fubuki's theme because I want to show how...
You don't want to play martial arts? You want to play the heavy metal jazz?
I want to play the heavy metal jazz because we didn't play the metal ska.
Oh,
so
yeah, with Metal Bat.
we haven't really done like how the whole, when we talked about like something meets something yet.
Okay,
we could do the Fubuki. This one's a pretty good.
Let's do Fubuki's theme, and if we have time, we'll go into martial arts too. All right, here's Fubuki's theme.
Like what?
That bass tone's cool though.
I guess she could be admitted into a jazz club or as a host on SNL, but not really how I picture her demeanor. It does get better after the groove tones down and we get that power with the piano and drums.
What do I have for this? I was like, so interesting. Wouldn't have picked this as Fubuki's theme. Super heavy jazz / swing. Like if a big band jazz tuned way the fuck down. It's still metal as fuck and classy.
Yeah. This is the part that made me think of SNL.
That sax.
Yeah. That
so
piano.
dissonant.
So the groove kind of came down a little bit, and we like kind of
They bring it to sort of an anthem.
They melded it into like this whole new song. I love how the piano player is like literally across the keyboard. Like all of the keys. You've gone really low, you've gone really high, and you've kind of stayed in the middle, but you're branching out. And I just feel like the piano player's like arms must hurt after this song.
For real. Okay, we're gonna play martial arts too. Let's give one more. Let's do one more. It's not that long. We're actually not that far in.
Yeah, well, don't forget we also have to do the ending still.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
We got time. We got nothing but time. All right. Let's find martial arts. This is a very interesting piece to throw in here as well.
Yeah, I said doing some weird digital shit over the violins. Arabian Nights meets Attack on Titan. Holy cannoli.
Holy cannoli. I put what a unique song. The syncopation is cool. Piques my interest. Yet another timbre/genre thrown in. That guitar, yo. Here it is, martial arts.
I love that violin tone too. So deep and rugged. But I love that digital sound following the violin melody.
Sounds like a robot belly dancer.
Yeah.
And they use different percussion here too. They use so many different layers of percussion. Threw in a sub stinger in there too. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think that's enough from the OST.
I think so as well.
We're gonna run out of intro songs.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
move on to the closer. Hopefully you guys love that fucking OST as much as we did. Go listen to the whole thing. You can work out to this bitch. Seriously. Joe, if you're listening, go bring that shit out on the field.
That's right. And you'll kick some ass.
Holy balls. All right. The ending theme. You want to do this one, Emily?
Why? So you don't have to pronounce it?
Uh-huh.
The ending song is Chizu ga Nakutemo Modoru Kara.
Yeah.
Modoru Kara. Sorry. Even without a map, I will return by Makoto Furugawa. It was performed by the voice of Saitama. It was written by the composers of the OST. Was released May 22nd of 2019. It peaked at number 10 on the Oricon and charted for 4 weeks. It was also released with a behind the scenes DVD, which included
Back to school DVD. What the fuck?
The music video.
Yeah, I guess that's what they do with their singles now, or they did with these two singles. They released there was an extra song on the single. Then they had 2 instrumental versions of those songs.
Yeah.
And then they released it as a CD plus DVD combo with the music video and a behind the scenes making of the song or the single.
People are like, we love anime so much. Let me see how you made it.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see it. I was trying to find it on YouTube. I could not find anything.
Yeah, I can never find them, so I don't
At
ever
least not
mention them.
on American YouTube.
If I can't prove it, I'm not going to talk about it.
It's like we need a VPN so we can find the YouTube of Japan. I don't know if it's any different. It may not be, but I was trying to find these videos, hoping that somebody would put them up. But okay, let's listen to that motherfucker. Here is the ending.
So sentimental.
And that is Saitama singing, guys.
It puts like a whole different like perspective on Saitama for me.
Well, Saitama to me is such a fucking doofus.
Yeah.
It does bring a whole
It brings a whole new perspective.
Intellectualism to him, I guess.
An intellectualism and even like I'm intrigued. Now I want to know Saitama more. What do you do in your personal life other than grocery shopping?
He sings in the shower. That's what he does.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that was a nice little outro there.
Yeah.
It was very pleasant to listen to. I can see why it hit number 10 and the opening song hit number 50. That makes sense. And Saitama has a surprisingly good voice.
He does. You want to know what that song says?
I do want to know what that song is.
Cool.
Your Texas is showing.
Shut up. We painted different dreams in our hearts with the struggles that we faced in the past. Will the future call or will it slip away? There's just so much that we don't know. But one day, we'll make peace within ourselves. We'll be able to forgive everything in our past. We tell ourselves to forget, but nothing seems to fade. That's what we are to each other. You know, I don't know how this fits, but it almost seems like a parody on the sentimental aspect of anime characters and shonen anime.
I think that's kind of what the first one or the first ending
of season
did.
1.
Yeah, same thing. It's like a satire of this. I'm
Yeah.
glad they had Saitama's voice actor sing it.
Yep.
Apparently, he had a musical. He did something in 2018 too. He released a single or a musical project. Aside from One Punch Man, and yeah, he's got a really good voice.
Yeah, I'm
Got
impressed.
some crazy vibrato on that.
Yeah. Shit's not easy.
The shit is not easy. Do you think it fits?
I think it fits because we now know what the lyrics say. We know there wasn't much animation at the end, but I think the song, at least it stayed consistent from season 1 in terms of like how we come out of it.
Yeah.
Which I think they did with a purpose. So I feel like we know that purpose, and therefore I think it fits.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, actually, they do this thing that I typically consider whenever I play music live. If you make a mistake, hit a wrong note, do whatever it is, whatever the mistake is, if it's not that crazy of a mistake, play it again on the next pass.
Yeah.
Like if you made a mistake in the chorus, the next time the chorus comes around, do that again in the same spot, and it tricks people's brains into thinking that you did the first one on purpose.
Right.
And that only works for some mistakes. Some mistakes are too big to do again. You shouldn't do that again. But 9 times out of 10, you can fix your mistakes just by playing the mistake again. and people will think it sounded like you did it on purpose. And they followed season 1 with the same pattern that it had in season 2. So they kind of fixed their mistake, if it even was a mistake, I guess. To me, it wasn't a mistake to begin with, so they just kind of, they kept it the same.
Yeah.
I did
So
it.
I'm here for it.
It worked for me. It does. Okay. Well, that is almost it for this episode. We have one fun-ish fact, and it's really not that fun. It's just kind of there.
Okay.
So turn it off if you don't want to hear it. Just kidding. Here it comes. The broadcast of episode 21 was postponed 1 week later due to TV Tokyo's broadcast of the 2019 French Open.
What a strange thing to pause an anime for.
Yeah, that's why it kind of was a funnish fact for me.
What a strange thing.
Tennis, really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about all that.
You don't get to watch One Punch Man because tennis.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But Tokyo runs their shit, so I have no room to judge. I don't have my life together. They apparently have theirs.
A lot of people love tennis. I'm not a huge fan of tennis, at least watching it. I feel like Olympic ping pong is more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Table tennis. Because it's just so much more like, because it's tiny, it's a tinier version of it, it's so much more intense.
Indeed.
Indubitably. All right, that's it. I'm done talking.
Wait, so before we go, there is something that I think that we should talk about.
Okay.
Actually, my new friend from the Austin Anime Alliance, Jorge, he actually suggested this, and it's a great idea. The Olympics are going on right now.
Yeah.
And they've been playing a lot of OSTs, video games, anime.
They have been. They actually had Jiraiya doing some of the announcements. Somebody dressed
they
up.
had people cosplaying as well. And
Yeah.
I think that is just a beautiful thing. Like, what a beautiful way to showcase your fucking country with something that is completely original to your country.
Yeah.
Like anime and video games. Garrett, do you know? Also, I love that they're calling this the 2020 Olympics.
It technically is.
It technically is, but it's just funny. Like, why do we want to be back in 2020 and 2021?
Because there's going to be a 2024 Olympics.
I know. I get it. Like, I understand it. I understand the purpose. It's just funny. Like, every time you look around, they're like, the 2020 Olympics. I'm like, am I in the wrong year? Did we go back in time? We don't want to go back in time to that year.
We don't.
No.
I'm ready to keep going forward. It feels like we're going back in time since we got our fucking Delta variant bullshit in our city.
I know.
God damn it.
But there's a couple things that I definitely want to talk about. They did the video game, like they did Sonic the Hedgehog, they did Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, it is.
And then the animes that they used, one of the chicks walked out to the Mexican gymnast, Alexa Moreno. She actually walked out to a song from the Demon Slayer Mugen Train OST.
Really?
Yeah. And also wore a red leotard and dyed her hair to match the music.
What?
Yeah. They played music from the opening theme of Haikyuu. They played one of the Attack on Titan themes. From the anime Slam Dunk. Like, they used a bunch of different shit, which is awesome because they use sports anime as well for their.
That doesn't surprise me that. Mexico is actually one of the top anime watching countries in the world. I did not know that until I was looking up, honestly, where to promote our shit. And Mexico was one of the places to promote. Yeah, Mexico. What were the top ones? Obviously, Japan. U.S. is one of them. Russia is a big one too. Big anime watchers in Russia.
Yeah, that's that. I'm all for it. I think everybody should fucking watch anime at least once in their life. There were also a lot of K-pop hits. Like BTS was up in there too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, BTS with Charlie XCX.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Charlie XCX is?
No.
I bet you do. I'm trying to think of her songs and I can't think of it right now. All I'm thinking of is Lorde songs, and that's not right.
That's not right. That's not Charlie XCX.
No, it's not. I went and saw Charlie XCX actually.
Oh yeah?
I did. It was a South by event at Scuden.
Was it a good show?
It was. I actually flirted with one of her guitar players.
Of course you did.
Yeah. It was great.
Unbelievable.
I loved it.
You can't help yourself, can you?
I cannot. I love everybody.
That's not true.
That is not true, but I have no preference of men or women, so I just don't care. If you are a beautiful person and you have a beautiful personality, or you have a beautiful personality and you don't think you look beautiful, I'll love you either way.
Well, that's very sweet.
No.
You heard it, listeners.
I love you.
She loves you.
Boom Clap. That was one of the songs that she did.
Boom Clap.
Boom
Yep.
Clap.
I can pick that one out from a million other songs. What
Oh, stop
the
it.
hell is that? Boom Clap?
I'll play it for you later. Shit.
Okay. Yeah, I really know that one. What are the words?
I don't know, man.
Boom Clap?
I don't know. I think that's one of the words, yes.
It's got to be. At least two of the words. Emily.
Sir.
Take them on out with your outro. It's time.
Is it
We're
time?
done. The episode's over.
Oh my God.
We're just bullshitting right now. We're wasting time.
Hey, we're not wasting time. We were researching.
We were researching.
We were researching.
I still got to edit this bitch.
You're right. My beautiful, lovely people who I clearly love so much.
Whether you're ugly or beautiful, she will love you.
Yes. I hope I didn't offend somebody. If
Well,
I
we
did,
can't see you, so it's okay.
it's true.
We don't know if you're ugly or not. You're all beautiful to us.
That's right. Whether you are taking us with you for the ride or you're chilling at home in your own BBC, we are absolutely thrilled to be sharing our love of all the things: music, sound effects, and
Anime. And sometimes sports.
with you.
Yes. And on that note, if you could please just do a couple things for us. Click the links in the show notes. We have our YouTube playlist for all the music featured in today's episode down there. We also have a link to our Etsy shop if you guys want to buy some cool anime merch and support the show. If you don't feel like buying anything, but you still feel generous, there's also a link to the Buy Me a Coffee. And I actually think I should replace that with our more common donate button, which is just through the Square app. And that's pretty much it for me. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, yeah, check out our Instagram if you want to contact us. That is one thing.
Also, my birthday is on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Happy
Garrett. Of course, Garrett
fucking
would forget.
Birthday. I didn't forget.
He's not even going to be around.
I am too. We're going to celebrate your birthday at midnight.
So if you listen to this episode, I'm having a really hard time because Garrett has made it my choice to choose what anime we review next week.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we don't have too much time to watch a long anime, and I'd like to keep it as to one that has one season. So if y'all would like to help me figure out what I'd like to review next week, that would be a great birthday present to me.
Yes. We'll put it in our story. We'll make a little story prompt. We'll probably do it a couple days in a row, see what you guys say. And yeah, shoot us a message. Talk to us. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. We love talking to you guys.
We
So,
love you.
Yeah. That you're going to drive people away with that creepy shit.
Ash, we love you.
Stop it. Fucking Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. Jesus Christ. All right.
Taters, precious?
Stop it.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Stop.
Bye, guys. I love you.
God, you're a fucking nerd. All right. Bye.
This has been a Beanbag Chair Media production.